Hey guys, Nexia here from Greedy Dragon Brewing. Happy homebrew any day, because any day is a great day for homebrew. And today is absolutely no exception. Went to the homebrew store, liquor store, and picked up some beers from Driftwood Brewery, which is out of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. If you're not familiar with Canada at all, British Columbia is on the west coast. It is south of Alaska, north of Washington State. It's that black area in between that you see on the US map. And off that is Vancouver Island, which is a longer type of island off the coast. At one point it was a separate British colony, and British Columbia itself, the mainland, was a British colony, and eventually they combined into one British colony, which joined Confederation and became part of Canada. So there you go, a little bit of Canadian history. Anyways, Victoria's got a long storied history. We got lots of cool architecture there, and has a history of brewing, and this brewery is just phenomenal, and I have tried a lot of their beers and really enjoy them. The mainstay is the Fat Tug IPA. If you haven't heard of it, or you haven't had an opportunity to try it, this is a fantastic West Coast IPA. Nice, hoppy, full-bodied. It's a great beer. It's a fail-safe beer. Mainstay of the brewery. I also picked up a Farmhand Saison. So I'm excited to get into that, but I'm going to do that on another day, because today, the creme of the creme, the cream of the crop, is this Obscuritas Dark Sour Ale 2015. Now, ironically, just a short time ago I was telling Zane, Zane from Rookie Brew, and Dan ABA, and I think Clemens Homebrew, that even though I live in a very crafty part of the world where there's lots of craft beers and seems to be a vibrant area. I've talked about distilling and talked about wineries. Doesn't seem like sour beers was really hitting the mainstream. Well, I found my first sour beer. I haven't tried one before, so why not try it now? Don't know what to expect, but this is going to be my showcase today. So Obscuritas Dark Sour 2015. So it promises to have, I would imagine, a little bit of barnyard funk. Not really familiar with sours. I haven't really tried them out. I don't know what to expect. So this is yet again going to be another experiment in brewing. So get the Homebrewers bottle opener. That's right. Sure beats stamp collecting. You saw that before in a previous video. Let's crack this open. Got the tulip glass. I'm expecting really no head out of this at all. It's got a beautiful, I don't know if it's really coming through, but it's got a beautiful cherry birchwood kind of look or hue to it. Beautiful red hue. And off the nose, getting hints of oak. Getting a little touch of sweetness, probably from, I think there's candy sugar in here. Almost a hint of fruit, like dark fruit, cherry. Not really too pungent. You can see there's, I don't know if you can see, but there's reasonable carbonation on that. Well, let's dive in. Alright, so I'm getting quite a bit of tartness that's coming through, but it's balanced pretty well with some of the sweetness. So it's not quite as funky as I was expecting, but you definitely get a tart, mouth drying finish. Little touch of acidity. I am getting an oak, almost like a bourbon-like tartness. Sour cherries. Get a little bit of little funk up front. Actually quite pleasant. A little bit of a throat burn as it goes down. I guess what I could say for my first ever sour beer is that it's interesting. It's not as off-putting as I was expecting. I'm not sure if that's the same that can be said for all sour beers, or if it's just this particular one, if it's mellowed out in comparison to others to make it more commercial. It does have a funk, it does have sour, it does dry out the palate. You do get some oak and some sour cherry and dark fruit. It does have a little bit of sweetness built in, maybe a little bit of acidity, but all in all, I'd say that it's very well balanced, and it's quite a treat for my first sour beer. So Dan ABA, maybe you could pipe in and dig in a little bit more about this. This is Obscuritas Sour Dark Ale by Driftwood Brewery. Very pleasant and worthwhile trying. For my first sour beer, I'd say that it's a great experience. If I was to rate it, I'd probably give it about 3.5 out of 5. Not having anything to compare it to, be a little bit more conservative, but generally a pretty decent beer. This is Greedy Dragon Brewing. Come on over, pull up a chair, and have a beer with me. Cheers. Go. Hey guys, Nexia here from Greedy Dragon Brewing. Well, Go. Hey guys, Nexia here from Greedy Dragon Brewing. Welcome back to another episode, and happy homebrew any day, because any day is a great day for homebrew. And today is no exception. Although today isn't going to be a homebrew, it's going to be a craft brew. Went to the liquor store the other day and picked up some awesome craft beers from Driftwood Brewery. Driftwood Brewery is an excellent brewery out of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. If you're not familiar with Canada at all, British Columbia is the westernmost province. If you're not familiar with Canada at all, British Columbia, the province that I live in, is the westernmost province of Canada. It's south of Alaska, north of Washington State. So if you're looking at the map, if you're from the US, it's the dark spot in between. That's part of Canada. Vancouver Island is part of British Columbia, and it's just off the western coast. So you'll see a little strip, an island shape. So this has been in my refrigerator, and this is my inaugural journey into the world of sour beers. So I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm gonna try it out. So, God help me out. Got my glass here. Go. Hey guys.
Hello. Hello.